Good morning, everybody. Today I am down here and I met up with my friend Max. We are at the Susquehannock State Park and we're just going to roam around. We don't have an exact trail plan, but we're starting up near Hawks Point. I have been here multiple times. I just haven't lived down in this area for a long time, so let's go and see what we can find. Okay, so this is pretty much the parking lot. The trail that I had downloaded the map to was up the road, but this is the better parking lot because it has a lot more parking. There's bathrooms. So first I think we're going to head on out to the Hawks Point Overlook, and then we're just going to go from there. The really nice guy on the lawnmower stopped and talked to us for a few minutes. Say hi. Hello. It's an easy walk out to this viewpoint. Alright, we're going to start over here on the Overlook trail, and we're going to head into the woods here. There's an outer loop on all trails. I put that in overlay up so that you can see where we've decided to go today. There's a
that's a nice shot.
Little path down here, yeah, just off to the side right away, and you can see a really nice view of the river here. It's really pretty. I mean, it's mostly grown in down here. It'll be probably a better view in the winter or the fall when everything dies off, but it's still a pretty view. Okay, so we're just walking down this trail. It's nice and shady. There's a couple of paths off to the right, probably some off to the left up here too, to go view different things, but we're just kind of winging it. I'm just glad it's shaded here. There's a little bench to sit on, and we're headed downhill. There's a nature trail, couple of other trails we'll see along the way. Hopefully we hit some other beautiful viewpoints. I know Wissler's Overlook is up here, and we'll see where else we get to go today. Okay, right down here, guys, is Wissler's Overlook, and we're gonna head down there and give you a view of that. We're going to be turning to go sharp left on the rhododendron trail here. Just came down a little tiny hill. So this is a rhododendron trail, and it goes downhill, so you gotta, be careful of that and the rocks in the trail. It's not bad, but you just gotta kind of take it easy. All along the sides here are rhododendrons, so when they're in bloom, it's probably really super pretty. Right now I don't see any blooms on them. I think that's over. And but you do have some of these nice little wooden steps that help you get down some of this uneven trails. I can hear water off to my right.
Yep.
So we're just continuing along the rhododendron trail, and can hear the water is Wissler's Run. I just saw on all trails, but a lot of the places that had water here that I saw before when I was here is dry right now, so I'll turn you around and let you look at that. So we're at like a little juncture here, and we're going to continue on the rhododendron trail, but if you see here where all this mess is, you can tell there was water flowing through here at different points, and I know the last time I was here there was water running through here. Okay, a little bit of uphill, both really sweaty, had to stop a few times. The temperature's not bad out here, but the uphill is kind of steep, and we're going to be going downhill next pretty steeply, and then back uphill as well. Alright guys, so far we've been going downhill a lot, and I've got out my trekking poles because it was a little bit slippy, and trekking poles definitely help. Now down there is Wissler's Run. We're not down there yet, but we're supposed to be getting down there shortly. Okay, I can hear the water. We're almost up to it. You can start to see it over there, but it is a fairly steep downhill. Right before we turn off to go down to the water, I noticed that there are these big old boulders here. Little path, I guess, to go back and see them. I don't know if it goes very far, but check these out. Really kind of cool. Pretty sure they are full of snakes. That looks like a nice cave though up there. And if you're brave, go for it. All right, we're down here at Wissler's Run. We finally got to the bottom here. And what a beautiful little stream this is.
What's this one?
Wissler's Run. Yeah. It looks like you could get down there. You'd have to go through some brush though. And maybe up a little ways we'll be able to get down at an easier spot. But it is very pretty.
It's very pretty. It's pretty clear too.
All right, we finally got up to a cleared out space where we can actually see the stream. Pretty far up. It's a nice cleared out area. Another pretty little area here with some cascades. And just a really pretty stream to look at and walk by. It's worth it going downhill, folks. I can't speak for the uphills, but it's a nice little area. We are enjoying this for all it's worth. This little part with the stream. It's nice and cool down here. It's shaded. You got the sounds of the water. Got little cascades to look at. But soon we are going to be going uphill again. All right. You see the little man-made contraption here. Must have been a well or something like that. There's some wall that's built up, and apparently we are at the Neel homestead site. Not sure how far back anything else would be. The one thing you can see from the trail though is these structures here. Whatever part of the homestead they were. All right, so we're up to this historic house that I had been by before after a little bit of an uphill. It wasn't long, kind of steep, but it was not rocky either. But you know me and uphills. And I forget the name of this house, but I know when I was here before there was nothing, no placard, yeah, service road, do not enter. And I forget what it was called, but it is a historic house. There you go. And you can see a little bit of the structure of it here, how they have the wood there over top of the door all boarded up. Okay, so that house doesn't have a name. It's not what I thought it was, but I know I've passed it before, and I remember that there was really no information on it. But if you go to the kiosk and you get one of these maps, it tells you a little bit more about the house. It still doesn't have a name or who owned it or anything. It's a neat little house anyway. All right, we crossed the road after we went by that house to the Overlook trail. We just saw what we think is a fox run into the wildflower field here. And, but it might have been a coyote. We couldn't really tell. It was awfully big. but in my eyes, or in my opinion, I guess, probably was a fox. But look at the wildflowers here. Going through this big pollinator field, lots of butterflies, beautiful flowers. Yeah, I was hoping we'd see it again, but he's probably long gone. Right, so we're walking through this beautiful wildflower field. Lots and lots of butterflies. I love this time of year for this kind of stuff. Don't like it so much for snakes and overgrowth, but this makes everything worth it. Here's your milkweed. Your, I think, black-eyed Susans. Your bee balm. And just all kinds of different wildflowers here. There we go. Stop hiding. There's a pretty butterfly in there and he keeps hiding. There you go. Now you can see him. So pretty. Right, we're back to the parking lot. The Overlook is behind us. We're headed back to the car. It's a nice day. It really is. We had a nice walk through the woods. Wasn't very many bugs at all. Just the uphills, sweaty, a little sweaty on the uphills. But we'll be back to the car in a few minutes. All right, we're back to our cars. How do you feel, Max?
I feel great.
Did you have a good time?
Yep.
All right. Okay, guys, back in my car. Yeah, it was a good trail. I haven't been here in like 2 years, and I had forgotten or hadn't gone the same way last time. And there was a little more uphill than I was expecting, and it got hotter as we walked. But there was a lot of nice shade and some breezes and everything. Right now, I just looked at my thermometer on my backpack, and it's 81. I'm just getting ready to go home. But I hope you had a good time following along, and I will see you again on the trail. Namaste.